Karl, welcome back, or well, I guess welcome home. How does it feel to be back in Northampton? Is it a bit of a strange one for you?
Yeah, a little bit strange, quite surreal first couple of weeks. Obviously I used to watch the Saints growing up, so it's a pleasure to be back in the thick of it in pre-season, so yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Lots of familiar faces though. We were just talking about some of the boys that are still here from, what was it, sort of 7-8 years ago?
Yeah, 7 years ago, well just over now, in the under-18 season. A few boys done really well for themselves now, so good to see them again.
How nice has that been? Is it sort of aided in the settling in process?
Yeah, it has. Obviously it's nice to know a familiar face, so turning up first day, seeing some familiar faces, sort of nerves settle down straight away, and yeah, it was good.
We've obviously seen with the lads that are still here and who's been coming through the team in the last few seasons how successful that age group was. You were one of the unlucky ones. In a way, when you look at the journey you've been on back to the club, has it almost been a blessing in disguise, do you think?
Yeah, probably. I think looking back now a bit older, it was probably a fair decision because I wasn't playing as well as I could have been that under-18 season, which is a very important season. I had a tough injury and then just didn't come back and play too well, so took a bit of a longer route to get back here, but little 7 years in France, lots of game time, good new experience, done me well.
What was that experience like? How has that changed you as, I guess, as a player and as a person?
Yeah, well, as a person, I grew up fast. Obviously, I turned up, and I think the only word I knew was bonjour and merci. I did German in school, so I had a bit of a stinker there. But no, yeah, it was tough at the start, and then just when you're thrown at the deep end, you learn to adapt. And within about a year, I could speak a bit of French, and just went from there. And rugby-wise, it was exactly what I needed. It was a lot of game time in their academy system, which is called the Espoirs, sort of under 23s. So I got to play week in, week out in France, which is exactly what I needed at the time. And then I was lucky enough to go on and play with Béziers in the Pro D2 and got a load of games for them. So it was a good experience all around. Bad timing.
So loud,
keeps happening for our team meetings as well.
Yeah, can you give them a wave? Obviously, being back at Northampton now, what's the aim for you this season? Do you aim for a little settling in period, or are you hitting the ground running?
I'd like to hit the ground running, sort of get some game time as soon as possible, get to know everyone and all the new plays and calls and all that as fast as I can. And yeah, I think you settle in quickest when you're playing and you're doing what you like to do. So yeah, that's the game plan. Try and get as many minutes as I can.